Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the eISL powered by Coca-Cola with Hero as our associate sponsor, Nordwind Gaming as our esports partner, and of course, PlayStation as our platform partner. Now, my name is Sia, and joining me, of course, is Azim. And Azim, I have to ask you, how are you feeling for this upcoming matchup?
Of course, a lot at stake in this game for Mumbai City FC. Not just the points available, but also are they going to finally get the fist bump game on point? That's what I'm really looking forward to seeing. If you're just joining, of course, this is the eISL, which is a 4-month long tournament. We started on 20th November. And 11 teams from the Hero ISL, 2 players per team, 3 games per match, 2 individual games and 1 co-op. Finals we played 19th to 21st March, and on the 21st we will have a 1v1 battle, a Squid Game twist between the winning team players, and they will battle it out to see who will represent India in the FIFA Global Series 2022.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, besides that, they've got a lot of motivation coming in terms of the prize pool that they have available to them. 78 lakh rupees, not coins, as you've clarified before.
Yes.
Rupees up for grabs, and that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of packs that you can buy with FIFA points, let's just say. And of course, 4 lakhs for the MVP, and we do have a few candidates as well. We've seen V Sharma in our previous game was definitely a candidate for MVP, the pressure player, so to speak. And of course, let's quickly now take a look at the leaderboard. Let's see where these teams stack up. Odisha FC, of course, have played 3 games, drawn 1, lost 2. They were very close to getting a draw in yesterday's game. And Mumbai City FC, have to say, a bit of a form team right now, suddenly finding their feet. They've managed to get 2 wins on the bounce after losing 2. So, well, 6 points and a win for Mumbai City FC puts them straight into the top 4. Of course, the top 4 is so important because that's what you need to get into the final playoffs. And after that, I mean, it's basically knockout. So form goes completely out of the window, and you never know what's going to happen. But for now, it's all about the league format and about Mumbai City FC versus Odisha. Ashwin going up against Shubham, Tikka against Dugal. So I think both teams putting their big hitters up first, you would have to say. And Tikka versus Dugal going to be an interesting game as well.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see how Shubham really plays in against Ashwin, because from what we spoke to him just yesterday, he mentioned about how he's been the sort of player who hasn't really showcased his style just yet. Maybe, of course, strategic decision, but as he mentioned, it's mostly due to a lack of confidence, and rather has been trying a lot to adapt to Ashwin's game. Now, Ashwin, when we spoke to him, was very clear. He has the game plan. He likes people on the strong foot on either side. He's a very direct player, and he likes going for those, direct shots. Even if he gets a corner, he's happy to play around it. So I think adapting to the simplistic style of Ashwin is easier said than done, and I'm excited to see what Shubham brings to the table. I'm sure they'll want to bounce back from yesterday's performance.
Yeah, Ashwin was in fabulous form in his last game, I think scoring 4 goals in that one. And you can see, of course, one less game played by Odisha. They've scored 11 goals. So defensively, they've looked okay. I think in the final third is where they've been struggling a little bit. Mumbai City FC, of course, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag for them. Starting off slow, then Ashwin coming into form. Tikka as well pulling out a very, very impressive result. I believe it was against Lokmanu, where he pulled out a very, very unexpected result, and that was the one that Mumbai City got the win. And of course, we will be paying close attention. And I'm sure if Ashwin is going to be speaking to us today in one of the interviews, he's going to tell us and show us whether he's been working on those fist bumps or not.
Yeah, all eyes on fist bumps, guys. And we'll have to see. Of course, we need goals for fist bumps, so
Yes.
we will be hoping we get a high goal scoring affair, so we get to test their fist bumps a lot. But immediately getting into the match of Mumbai City FC with that classic blue and white kid that gets us fumbling with their names a couple of times.
Yeah, of course. Well, Mumbai City FC, of course, is now heavy investment from Manchester City FC in that club. So the kits are home and away kits are actually pretty similar. And for Odisha FC, haven't seen them play in their away kit quite yet. It's been the black kit for most of their games. And Shubham going pretty early. He's got that's a good ball played in behind, but just offside. Mbappe over there. Maybe this is the day where we get to see Shubham playing his natural game.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to just let the shackles out It's been 3 games now, and they've only just got that 1 point from it. And maybe a bit time for a little bit of a tactical shift and say, you know what, I'm going to play my game now. Enough of playing this reactive football. Let's take the game by the scruff of the neck and see what sticks.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they've only won, even like throughout their matches, only won one game, and that has been Shubham getting the win. So I think maybe if he's able to pull off something similar in the first match, it will give a lot of confidence to Dugal. But as we mentioned earlier, Ashwin has been on an amazing run of form, and if I'm to say, maybe the fist bump coaching helping a little bit.
Yeah, and working that corner quite well. We were expecting maybe a cross to come in, but deciding to be a bit more conservative, keeping a little bit more control of possession. And you can see now Ashwin, he has started looking more confident with particularly his attacks as the tournament has progressed. And Shubham now. We don't know what his style is yet, because as he himself has said, is that I haven't played my natural game yet. And is he a possession-based player? Is he direct? That's really well worked. And at the edge of the area, working, trying to get through, and Maldini just bulldozing his way through into that tackle. And now on the counter-attack, it is 5v5 more or less, with Zidane coming forward with the ball. Physical player up against Lothar Matthäus. Don't let the small size fool you. He's also got a very, very good physicality rating. And what's he going to do? He's got Eusebio. He wants him on that left foot. And you can see over there, not taking a chance with a weak foot shot. If he wants to do that, he'll probably get Ginola or somebody on to do that. And for now, camped at the edge of that Odisha FC box.
Yeah, Ashwin just taking his time building up the play. That
Offside?
is offside? Surely no. That was not offside, actually. That would have been a goal if he had not missed that. Ashwin, you can see shaking his head, perhaps getting caught off guard a little bit, but already the pressure definitely on Shubham. You can see leaning into the camera and the screen a little bit more as the game gets just a bit more tenser. Now you can see Shubham himself, a nice run
he
from
has an
Mbappe.
opening. Don't overthink it, just take the shot. There you go, that's all you need. And it's always good to do that, because as you said, it gets you a corner. And Shubham has had a couple of very interesting corner routines that he's used so far this season. He's going to go for the cross now, surely. At the back post, he's got no front post this time. I think he would have wanted it to go back post, because Gullit had made the run. And yeah, very, very evenly poised this one. I think this is going to be a key game to decide which way this tie is going to swing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think both Tikka and Dugal, yes, they have shown moments of brilliance. I think Tikka a little more so than Dugal, but in general, it has been up and down thing. So for them, any momentum that their teammates can provide to them will be huge. And Shubham trying to do just that has been a lot more direct today. So maybe us getting a glimpse of his confidence. And now Ronaldo in the box trying to lose his marker. Gets a little lucky with that. He's able to now cut back the bridge though. Oh, that bridge was not necessary, I think.
Yeah, got very fortunate over there, you have to say, with like 2 nutmegs out of nowhere. And well, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he meant it. But getting close, you have to say, Shubham. And I think this is more of his game that he's playing. And again, he finds the gap. Will he look for that run down the right flank? Decides to just start building again, change the angle of attack. He's got Pele in, and it's a goal.
Huge.
It's a goal. And that's what, I mean, maybe the counter Ashwin tactic, you could say, of just shooting from an angle where it's not entirely favorable, but well, you buy a ticket, you win the lottery, and that's what's happened for Shubham. And now let's see Ashwin, of course, riding a huge wave of confidence. Obviously, it would have been dented slightly by this, but he has looked good. He has looked like scoring. He had that one huge opportunity which we all thought was offside, but as it turned out, maybe if that hadn't been as close, we would have seen a more clinical finish from him.
Yeah, definitely. I think, and now the fact becomes, can Shubham push this even further? Can he put the pedal to the metal and remove any trace of hope from Ashwin's mind, put him under pressure again? A little bit of luck once again towards Shubham's favor. That interception coming back to him will free up Pele on the flank, but the ball roll was perfect.
Oh, keep that in really well. This should be a shot. Take the shot, and oh no. Again, I think just almost surprised that that ball stayed in for him. And after that, did the right thing, did the cutback, found the pass again, and I mean, I would have thought from that last play he would have figured out that shooting from odd angles can be quite profitable. But for now, he wants that clear opening. It might be here, and
Oh,
again trying for that nutmeg. Might have been a shout for a penalty over there, but not given. And Ashwin, great switch of play if he's onside, but this time the flag does go up.
Ashwin, I believe we are owed changes, maybe coming in because I do notice he started with Mbappe on the left, and as he mentioned earlier, he would like to have the stronger foot on the relevant side. So maybe we see that Mbappe coming forward, and Eusebio going on the left. I'm not entirely sure, but you can see even that goal, right? Like the idea that to smash that ball in that odd angle, I think works very well because of what you know about your opponent and the likelihood that that keeper is going to try to come forward and sweep the ball out from under your feet. So if you're able to time that ball, smash it perfectly in, then it's like the keeper has no chance since he's already really, really low. But once again, Shubham extremely direct,
Oh,
a
he's
nice
got
ball.
in behind. Will he go for the chip? No, that is offside. Well, I'm
Oh,
quite curious to know what the changes are that Ashwin has made because he did have halftime coming up, but it was clearly urgent enough for him to say, I need to make that change right now. I don't think we've
Mbappe on
had
the
a
right.
substitution from him. Advantage played by the referee over here, and now if he plays this right, will he go for the shot? I wonder. No, I think just overplayed that, and that will be half time. So good half for Odisha FC, and well, something to think about for Ashwin.
Yeah, I think the only change I noticed was Mbappe shifting from the left to the right. But I am curious who is playing on the left now because I believe Pele was playing on the right before that, and Eusebio was playing forward with Ronaldo. So now I assume it's Eusebio going on to the left and Pele shifting into Eusebio's position in the forward.
I mean, I have noticed that Eusebio generally has been playing on the left for them. Most of the shot shooting opportunities with Eusebio have come from there, and it's now basically become like that little cat and mouse game. I get to the byline. Can you figure out what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
That's basically what Shubham has been saying. And over there, a bit fortunate with the bounce of the ball, but nothing fortunate about that finish, just smashing it in. And applause from his teammate. And a stone-faced appearance there from Shubham. He knows the job isn't done. He's been in this situation before where it's gone to the co-op game. It looked all
Ah,
great for them, and suddenly it all didn't work out. But let's see at halftime. Is Ashwin going to ring in the changes? Is there going to be a tactical switch? Is there going to be personnel changes? We'll find out in just a moment.
I did see a bit of the select button being pressed and the D-pad being used. And from my experience, when I do that, it's usually a substitution. So I wonder if Messi is about to come on. Nope, never mind. It's just the yellow card
Yeah,
for
he
good.
is. He is on. He
Oh,
is on
oh yeah.
at the cam position. So interesting. Maybe he's gone to a 4-2-3-1.
Ooh,
It does look like, or is it a 4-4-2 with Messi up top? Yeah,
Messi
it
and
does look like
Ronaldo.
it's yeah, Messi and yeah, Ronaldo 9 up top. Interesting. Is there going to be? It looks like a 4-2-4 actually right now because he's
Hmm.
basically just got 4 players parked up over there, and he's got Messi as that left forward. You know he's going to want to take that shot the moment he sees it. And Ruud Gullit also on a yellow card. So
Oh,
oh, hang on, that's a great ball. Had the opening for the shot, decided not to take it. I mean, that seemed like the logical thing to do over there, considering he was on the right foot. He did have the opening in front of him. But I mean, these things happen at such a high pace to just process it in your mind and be like, okay, you know what?
oh
It's
no.
impossible to stop. And Shubham there getting in wins the header, but Gullit wins the second ball. Almost an absolute sucker punch there from Shubham. And now on the counter attack, this game is really, really opened up as you would expect because Ashwin is going to be chasing that result. It does very well with Eusebio to hold that ball up against Marquinhos.
Oh,
And
that.
what a ball to find. Ronaldo needs to find the pass to Pele,
You
takes
know
the shot
what?
and straight at Van der Sar. Van der Sar having an absolute blinder across all our matches today.
Yeah.
And for once that shot across goal not quite coming off for Ashwin.
Yeah, and it was especially interesting to see. I wonder if Shubham purposefully shifted the keeper because usually in those positions when the through ball is given to the right winger, we see the keeper covering the near post, but over there, the near post completely empty and perhaps a bit of positioning on Shubham. But hold on, Ashwin now once again on the attack. The passes have been perfect, just going for it with Ronaldo. Messi was free though, could have maybe found him, but once
There's
again
still a
across.
shot. Oh, off the
Oh!
post. That was the trademark Ashwin shot over there, that impossible angle, and proved to be just actually impossible. The angle off the post, desperately unlucky for him. We thought the chance was gone, but somehow he managed to work that opening again. And Shubham looks like, if this is the pattern of the game we're going to follow, it looks like Shubham could be under the cosh for large periods of this game. But on the counter attack, we just saw the last play that he did. He could be quite deadly, using the pace of R9 over there and opening the angle
Oh,
for
nice
Gullit.
punch.
And now Pele
Wow.
has the shot in off the post, and those are the fine margins of the eISL, where one shot hits the post and goes out. This one in off the post, and Odisha FC have that 2-0 lead.
I think perhaps the one situation where that apology celebration might actually be justified over here. But I'm sure internally Shubham is going to be jumping with joy right now, in a commanding position to finish this game off as it is, with a 2-0 lead and a win in his name, and to give his team some confidence. Once again, though, we see that camera shift from Ashwin, and it's like all the players started using it together. It's quite interesting. But hold on, Messi with the ball, and once again not electing to go for the pass. Ashwin just hoping to get that shot across goal and find one goal.
Yeah, but I mean, even at 2-0, with the way Ashwin has been attacking, I don't expect this to be a formality for Shubham. Because you just do feel that Ashwin has that one goal in him today. He manages to keep that in with Kafu. And after the tournament that Shubham has had, being so close to the results, then getting that draw in the middle, he is going to be feeling the pressure. He is going to be feeling a little sweaty at the moment. Maybe he'll want to take a pause and wipe it down. It is Messi, but on his weaker foot, and Ashwin just does not like that. It is a 4-4-2 we see over there. Maybe a new change coming. Maybe he's going to go for Ronaldo 7. It will be interesting to see what he does. There is a little bit of a discussion happening between him and Tikka. Tikka, I'm trying to lip read and see what he's saying.
I think maybe just gonna take off one Portuguese legend for another Portuguese legend to get that extra just bit of pace in on the left, because I expect Eusebio, his stamina will likely be sapped. He was running a lot when he was playing the striker, like you mentioned too. A lot of the opportunities in the first half really fell to him, and then once he got shifted towards that midfield position, it's just been in increasing fashion. Plus, usually we do see Ashwin bringing on. Oh, it's actually not Ronaldo, it's Ginola, but yeah, that left right substitution.
Yeah, and again, I think that plays into the way Ashwin likes to play the game. He just wants to make sure he's going to have the best shot possible from the right angle. He puts the cross in, and it's a scissor kick there from Mbappe. Went for the time finish, but didn't quite get the timing right. It's still Gullit, and oh my goodness, and still Gullit again, just not able to get it clear, and now could have had a counter attack. And you just do feel that Ashwin has a goal in him in this game. Will Shubham be able to hang on? He's got Ginola in there, working, looking for that opportunity for the shot. He should look for the ball in the middle to Zidane. He does. Now searching for the pass to Ronaldo, but Shubham reading that right. He knew he would want to turn Ronaldo to his right, but on the counter attack now could potentially be a third goal over here. He's very good individual skill over there and doing the right thing, trying to waste a little bit of time, get Ashwin a little bit flustered, get him to press the ball and make a mistake. You can see he's desperate to win that ball back, and obviously that's going to leave openings in. Rubber the green again going his way, and this is exactly where you want to be. Just have the ball in the middle of the park, 2 goals up, 10 minutes to go. A mad press happening from Mumbai City FC, and Shubham is just like, he looks like intense and focused and all of that, but inside he's going to be so nervous, as we see now with Pele. Again the rub of the green favouring him. Will he go for the shot? Blocked on the line more or less by Theo, because if that shot connected, it was probably in. And now he's got it back again, but now Gullit emerges with it. He's found Pele, found Ginola, and now it's 4-on-4. Well, now it becomes 5-on-4 as Matthias arrives on the situation. It's Messi, it's Ronaldo, take the shot, and it's saved! An incredible save there. Van der Sar having the day of a lifetime over here. That looked in all the way, although I do feel that if he had taken that shot just a little earlier, on
Yeah.
the right foot. That would have been it. But this could be it. We're going to see Pele now emerging. Will he bring the keeper forward? He's
Chip.
trying to tempt him to chip it, and he still got the ball. Will he chip it now? He just doesn't want to take the shot, and it's given up to Mumbai City again. This, I think, will be the last attack of the game, and yeah, I think
Yeah,
that is
more
the
or less.
win for Shubham. And lot of players thankful to Edwin van der Sar today gets the win.
Yeah.
And I think he looks across the table as well to say, you know what, you probably deserved at least one goal from that.
Yeah, because throughout that last 10 minute sequence where deflection after deflection went Shubham's way, I had my eye on Ashwin's cam and continuously he was just smiling in disbelief. He's like, bro, at least one, at least one deflection go my way. But no, today I would say, of course, the deflection factor favoring Shubham, but overall in that gameplay too, a lot more determination and urgency in his game style, a lot more direct and a lot more instinctive is what I saw coming out from him, and that really suits him. I think. I hope this is what he meant when he hasn't shown us his true game style, and I hope this one is it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, of course, as we look at the highlights, this one I think
Yeah.
Ashwin will really regret. I think it was almost the thought of like, oh my god, it's offside, so just let me just do a formality shot and just blaze it over. And then suddenly, when that flag didn't go up, it was just a crazy moment. But Shubham looked largely. I mean, he had a clear idea of what he wanted
Yeah.
to do. There were patterns emerging in his play, and he wasn't wasting a lot of time in midfield. He wanted to move in and go for that, find that opening, find that shot before Ashwin was completely set. Again over here, coming very close, not taking the shot in that moment. And I thought maybe that was a huge opening that he had let go. But and this one, just chance after chance coming for Mumbai City FC. Could have closed the game out over here if not for an incredible save. That save is even better when you look at it now.
Yeah.
Because the ball was past his torso and it just stuck out an arm. Very similar to Van der Sar in the final moments for Mumbai City FC. I think no, it's not. I don't think
Oh,
it's
this
this one.
post.
But again, yeah, this one I think it was saved onto the post because he got the shot perfectly right. And let's see his reaction to that. Almost no reaction from Ashwin over there. Just looking at it like, oh, it's just one of those days. This was excellent.
Yeah,
On
now
the other
it's
end, and there the laughter saying, oh my god. Okay, so it goes in off the post for you. Fine, cool. Thank you, FIFA gods. Thank you. Oh,
I
left
left
him
him
hanging
hanging.
completely. Come on, Shubham, got to work on it. Mumbai City has been working on the game, but hasn't got to show it just yet. Maybe Tikka will get to show it as well. Here with that the volley at the back post. So he did have a lot of chances. I'm sure the XG is going to be stacked heavily in favor if we get to see it of Mumbai City FC. This one was just absurd.
Yeah.
Although you have to say maybe the shot wasn't entirely in the corner.
Yeah, I
so
think it
maybe that
drifted
helped.
in.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And yeah, there you go.
boy.
Just as I said, that expected goals.
Oh
I mean,
boy.
FIFA can be so cruel. 4.6 expected goals, but 0 scored. And Odisha also had a couple of chances which didn't go their way. But yeah, unfortunately for them, doesn't quite work out. Tackles, very good with the tackles, you have to say, Odisha over there. Actually, no, it looked like relatively similar for both teams. And a lot of passes as well, but
Saves.
eventually oh, and we do have Shubham with us, so let's have a quick chat with him. We will just have him in just a moment, and it'll be interesting to speak to him. Shubham, congratulations! Finally, you get a good convincing win. Little difficult towards the end, but last time out you said you were not really playing your natural game. You were adapting to the opposition. So today, was this your natural game?
Yeah, it was my natural game because you can see how the defense was opening up, and you can see my past matches. It was really compact, but I had to go all out today. And to be honest, it was a cruel game for Ashwin, and it could have went either ways, but it was so sad to see whatever that happened. Yeah.
I mean, definitely. I think Van der Sar has been continuously helping a certain team in throughout this day. But I will say, like you said, this being a natural game on the attack from the first minute, it just looked like you were a lot more in gear and a lot more instinctively playing. And I think I wanted to ask you, is that a big part of your gameplay, your instincts and your understanding of the game of football in general?
Yeah, I guess as I told you yesterday, I play based on how my opponent plays. But today I thought it should be my time. I have done that enough. It's 3 games now, and I should be playing my game. Eventually, it seems like I got lucky, but it seemed like I had the game under control. So yeah, no worries about that.
Well, congrats. Looks like apna time aa gaya. Good luck to you and good luck to Dougal for his next game and of course the co-op game coming up. So hope you have a good one.
Yeah, yes, of course, the job's not done yet. So yeah, so happy that I got the
Cheers,
win.
buddy.
Thank you.
Superb. Good luck, buddy.
Well, I'm certainly glad that he just, like you said, taken the shackles off, really, and shown up because this certainly an important game, that too against an informed opponent.
Yeah, and now it shifts. I think Dougal obviously has not had the best tournament so far, so a bit less pressure on him. You would have to say. Um, I think he would love to be able to get scrape a result against Tikka, who has. I mean, he's a very interesting player, Tikka. He does have those tactical game plans that he goes up for, but I think in this moment we're going to see, just like Shubham did, we're going to see them both playing their natural game,
Yeah.
and no real pointers either way because we expected Ashwin to really take that game by the scruff of the neck, but and he did. But just that goalkeeper, you can see when you have an XG of 4.6, and I've had so many of these games when I've played people online where you have an XG of just like sometimes 4, 5, 6. I've had games where it's 8 and I've scored like 0 or 1.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just not your day. Tikka again, you see a Division 2 player, although doesn't look it at all with the quality of play that we've been seeing, and Dougal of course an elite division player. So a bit more evenly matched this one, you would have to say. And Tikka of course 18 years of age, Dougal 22. It's going to be interesting to see how both these boys approach it.
I feel like Tika is that dark horse in the cafe who, he plays the game a lot, but he never plays ranked at all. So you have no idea actually how good he is, and he just blows one team out of the water with respect to that. But we'll have to see because, as you said, Dougal himself, it doesn't seem like he's fully blossomed in the eISL so far, and he'll be looking to use the momentum Shubham was able to achieve in the first game to try and carry on here and get them a win before even reaching that co-op stage where, to be honest, Mumbai once again have looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of this has the dynamic in Odisha FC, what we've seen in Kerala Blasters, where you've had
Yeah.
Lokmanya as that senior figure, that guy who's experienced, the ranked player, who's been as we watch, who's, I mean, been sort of taking a bit of responsibility. We do see Frankie De Jong for Tikka. He has had some interesting team selections of late. And we do see, like, for instance, Dougal similarities between the season with Akshat at Kerala Blasters, where
Oh,
obviously a good player. Oh, hang on. As Tikka almost managed with that Elastico to find a gap in the defense. And Akshat has over time slowly started to get his confidence going, and I'm sure we'll see that from Dougal as well.
yeah, absolutely. And I think this game, it already looks like it's going to be end to end with both of the players looking for an advantage. But very well marshaled by Tekka over there, will secure a goal kick for himself and already looking a lot more direct as compared to his just last game. Seems to be going in for the kill, and it's exactly what they need right now because Mumbai City FC, of course, down one game in this matchup, and getting that early goal, it'll go a long way to not just helping Tekka play his own game, but sort of making sure that Dougal does not get to blossom like he wants to in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of play style on the ball, Dougal is a bit different from a lot of the players that we've seen. In that you don't really see a lot of like these ball rolls and the standard stuff that a lot of esports players do. Hang on, that's a great shot, and it's in the corner. That's brilliant from Tikka. That is pure instinct, just going a little one move after the other, finding the gap and smashing it into the bottom corner, and boxing the camera as well. Great goal. Let's have a look at this again. Just working the space. This time, unfortunately, Van der Sar not favouring Odisha FC. And for Dougal, it's going to be an uphill task from here. Of course, when you're low on confidence, you go one goal down. It's always difficult to make that recovery. We did see him snatch that one goal back after going a goal down in his last individual game. And finally, we do see a ball roll from Dougal. He tends to not do those very often. Prefers to do like a few fakes and step overs instead. So going against the regular meta. Let's see if that changes across the course of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the confidence factor will definitely be a little low on the side for Dougal, but just controlling the possession usually helps with that. It is a double-edged sword, wherein if you get pressed well and you lose the ball, it's just going to debilitate your confidence much, much further, really.
Will he go
But
for the
oh,
shot? Oh, he's
Ronaldo's
worked
feet!
it well,
The
and
step
again,
over.
yeah, he didn't need that step over there. I think, yeah, it's just one of those. You're doing so many things together at one
Yeah.
time. Sometimes you just cue an action before it's actually happened in your brain, and you don't actually need to. So, I mean, he'll take heart from the fact that he's managed to
Yeah.
create that opening. And for Tikka, he's going to play one way. He's just going to keep going and trying to keep scoring, because defensively he has been a little. Although he did a great job defensively against Lokmanya, but that was I think a clear game plan from him
Yeah.
to just set up shop and park the bus, and it worked out well. But he is a more instinctive, more attacking player, sort of like Bindratej almost from ETKMB, where he can be very explosive on attack, but occasionally on defense that does let him down.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's where Dougal needs to be clinical with the moments he finds, because otherwise, Tika, as you can see, mostly is going to look to control that possession, especially since he's already got a lead. It suits him that much more. But now, once again, you can see that slow build up. Ronaldo, bit of a brain turning off moment.
Yeah, I think he had the R1 pressed over there,
Ah,
maybe looking for an immediate agile dribble. But if you just press R1 while receiving the ball, the player just lets it run past him to the next player. So maybe that was what happened, or maybe that's what he intended to, and it didn't quite work out. As Cruyff marshaled well by Cafu, and that's a bit, you don't want to do that. Cruyff now is going to sprint towards that box. Will we see a cutback? Very, very fortunate that Maldini managed to just stick a leg out there, because if not for that outstretched limb of Paolo
ooh.
Maldini, that was a clear shot on target.
Yeah, and one of those fakes you mentioned, trademark to Dougal himself, getting him some space. But sometimes we see this. Actually, not sometimes. We see this a lot. When players get too much space, it seems like they're almost worse than when they're getting no space, because they're like, give me the challenge. I have too much space here. I will give the ball to you.
Yeah, and it's also a thing of like how tactical you are versus how instinctual you are as a player. So players who rely less on like individual brilliance or like mechanical skill tend to do better when they have more space. Whereas people who are more instinctive just want to be in that cul-de-sac with three defenders to beat.
Yeah. Hold on. Cruyff maybe getting himself that opportunity, just turning left, right, definitely
Okay,
making
and
Frankie dizzy
oh,
there, but just tackled it. Now
yeah.
on the counter, Tika.
Yeah, and of course, Cruyff turn is a very common skill used in the world of football, but that's not what it was. That was just Cruyff turning. That was not the Cruyff turn itself. For those of you who care about these things. And for now, Mumbai City FC looking largely comfortable, apart from that one opportunity, and now he's given it away. Need to make these moments count if you're Duggal, and I'm sure he'll be getting a few instructions in the year from Shubham as well. Work that well. Will he go for the shot? He's been a little, actually, he's played that relatively smartly, as the opening shutout just decided to recycle possession, and now you can see the cutting lane. I mean, the passing lane's been cut out very effectively by Tikka.
Ooh.
But Dougal, now he's worked it. Take the shot,
Oh!
take the
No,
shot,
Mbappe!
take the shot, and
Is that
finally
off?
he does that. Looked like it was maybe offside. You can see the face palm over there from Dougal, and I don't think he can quite believe he got 3 bites of the cherry over there. And he does have the goal. We have seen this before, Dougal going down and coming back to equalize. But after that, of course, he got a bit steamrollered. So this time, it's important taking the headphones off. And now Dougal is saying, I don't know whether he's saying park the bus or what it is, but draw is a good result at this moment for Odisha FC. And I think that's what Shubham would be telling him as well. That you know what, if you can just get us a point from this game, all we need from the co-op is a draw to take all three.
Yeah.
So it's been tight, it's been cagey. We've seen a couple of moments of individual brilliance from Tikka. This one particularly, that lovely turn and the fake and the shot was beautifully worked, and that was pure instinct from him.
Oh!
And yeah, I think Van der Sar may be getting a finger to that,
Yeah,
as he's managed all day today. Oh, fist bump game on point. That's what I'm talking about, Mumbai boys. And this one should have taken the shot. Did the little step over there as well. Over here had an opportunity again, but was well marshalled. And this one on the stroke of half time. Could have shot here, didn't. Took it there. Could have shot there, didn't. And then finally, fortunate that Pele managed to keep himself onside, and he was just like, oh my god. Thank goodness that went in. Great time to score for him as well, as it allows him at halftime to collect his thoughts. We do see
Ooh.
Cristiano Ronaldo and R7, CR7 coming on for Cruyff. So maybe we're going to see some balls into the box, maybe wanting some more power on that flank. And hopefully Dougal, after that goal, after having a conversation with Shubham, will come out with a bit of confidence. It's 1-1. It's a good result for Odisha FC as things stand. Of course, getting the win would just make life so much more comfortable, and also break your streak of casting every single game. So yeah, lots on the line, lots of records potentially to be broken, as had the opportunity to play in CR7 over there. Didn't quite happen. Now taking his time to build.
Yeah, I think Tekka realizing that in the first half, especially towards the start when he was controlling the possession, it did look like Dougal was a lot more suffocated. But as Dougal got more of the ball, he seemed to get more and more confidence. So maybe the possession game is what we need to see from both of these players. And you can see exactly that from Dougal. Happy to take his time, just rotating the ball within his defense, trying to force Tekka into a mistake. And so far, Tekka does seem compact, but just small gaps opening up, like right there on the left wing. All Dougal really needs to do is try to build it up slowly and find that key change of pace at the right moment.
Yeah, and I mean for him, yeah, even as I said, even if he can just keep wasting a bit of time and building up to create just work that one clear chance, that works in his favor, because Odisha have the one win in the bank. If you can get the draw, it gives you a lot more confidence going in. And hang on, he doesn't just want to draw. I think overhit that pass just slightly again. A calming voice on the side from Shubham. And for Dougal's confidence, I think this result is hugely important.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think similarly for Tekka, because as you mentioned, after that great start versus Lokmanu that we saw, since then we have seen him just be a little less consistent. We've seen him go up and down. We've seen moments of brilliance, but also key errors that gave away perhaps very important goals. But right now, at 1-1, has the opportunity to take not just this game, but this entire match by the scruff of the neck, drag it to go up and be like, here, come, beat us together.
Yeah. And that's a bit of a foul over there from Gullit. Advantage played. Now he's looking for that run in, trying to trigger a manual run, but of course important to keep track of the player on the ball as well, as he does well over there. And slightly overhit that ball for Ronaldo, so that sort of nullifies, and that's a lovely ball roll to turn away. What's he going to do? Will he go for the shot? He goes for the cutback, but Maldini reads it perfectly. And now Shubham, he needs to be a little quicker if he's going to counter-attack, but maybe that's part of the game plan, to be like, let's not counter-attack and give another turnover as he has done over there. But it would be smarter to slow it down, just to build from midfield again, get a feel of the ball, make sure that Tikka needs to be chasing that ball and creating gaps in the defense. Because, of course, Mumbai City FC need this win more than Odisha do.
Yeah, and you can see Taka looking for that, not 100% pass, but can that just that 50-50, if it goes your way, it can just open up a ton of space. But Dougal so far compact, Gullit especially just the man mountain, standing, cutting off multiple passing channels at the same time, and now just trying to control the ball. But it's easier said than done, because as a player you instinctively want to go forward, so you have to maintain that surge of restlessness in your body while still making sure you're not exactly throwing the ball away into your own half. And Dougal seems to be doing that really well here. Has set up Ronaldo for a run, but just gonna look for that perfect
yeah, just that one. As soon as he gets it in the box, Tikka is just on him, and I think that's where he needs to get that little bit of creativity, do something a little different, something unexpected, even if it doesn't mean creating a chance. Although we've got Mbappe over here, he's got the overload on this flank, puts the cross into Ronaldo. CR7 is it still? It is off both posts, and that
is the difference that CR7 makes in this game. That improbable header, and I think it's because he was up against Cafu, anybody else, and he probably doesn't get that space. But it was, I mean, that was on edge as possible. There you go. It was it Cafu? Yeah, it was Cafu at the back post, and off one post, off the other post, and just creeping over the line.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at this point, Tika is going to take whatever he gets, and it's very, very relieving for him right now. Not the same that can be said for the side of Dougal, who's now going to have to try and find the urgency in the last 10 minutes and find a way to get this even Stevens once again so that they can look towards that co-op and not feel as much pressure. Pele is setting up Ronaldo, but as you mentioned, just when it comes to that final third, when it comes to near that box, Tika is on top of his game, shutting down Dougal's opportunities and trying to make sure the ball stays to him. Very close there, but Pele makes sure he holds on to it, and now on the counter.
And looking for the counter. Oh, that's a great ball, and this could be it. And he does. He just passes it into the net, and all of Dougal's good work has just gone down the drain, unfortunately, as it was all going so well for him. It was all going perfectly according to plan, and now suddenly it goes into that clutch, that crunch game. 84 minutes played. I don't think he's going to find 2 goals in 6 minutes, as they do try. And again, I think Shubham just he'll have that going on in his head. You know, what does it take? What do we need to get that win? And so hopelessly overexposed over there. He did try to just keep the keeper in place and try to cover the left post, or rather the keeper's right post. And you can see there, come on, don't leave him hanging. There you go, beautiful.
I think he was making sure that tea celebration came through.
Yeah.
So I'll give him the pass on that fist bump because it was a cool celebration.
Yeah, and I think that has been his standard celebration. Has used the tea celebration quite often after scoring, and wins the ball right back. And suddenly, after being in a position of reasonable power for Odisha FC, as we see now, Tikka really trying to tighten that screw. Looking, he still has possession. Will he go for a shot? He can fire it into Pele if he wants to. No, decides to go wide. And Dougal wins it back with Theo Hernandez. But potentially, I think maybe this has revealed something tactically that teams need to make a note of. That when you have that CR7 card brought on, I think he's offside there. Is he? Yeah, he is. When you've got the CR7 card on, maybe you want to make that change and get Cafu out and have somebody else at right back.
Yeah, and at least have the option to be able to do that against certain teams who are able to cross.
Yeah, this should be 4-1, I think.
Yeah.
And oh no, it's blocked on the line. And it keeps the scoreline slightly respectable over there. And it continues. Our streak continues of taking matches into the co-op. Tikka getting those 3 goals. There was a point where it didn't look like he was going to make it happen, but I think that second goal just coming out of nowhere, that header from CR7, game changing, and just so close. It hit one post, hit the other post, still wasn't over the line. The keeper was just about to claw it off. And unfortunately for Dougal, what could have been a very good and a positive and hopeful result now, Shubham's good work sort of wiped out. It starts with a clean slate, and we have to go into co-op to decide who is going to win, or if indeed it's going to be a draw.
I have to say, as a neutral observer, as much as I feel bad for Dougal, I'm kind of glad that the streak is still on and we're going to the co-op game to find out who the winner is. It makes it that much more exciting, but you can see from Tikka, he looked like a man on the mission from the very start. The skills coming out from him, as you mentioned too, right? After that Lokmanya game, we've seen him come out as more of an instinctive attacking player with those nifty skills in the final third, the way Vendratej likes to do himself, and they really did pay off at the starting. But then towards the end of the second half, it kind of looked like Dougal had come online and taken control, and then getting this key goal at halftime. For a second, we assumed that the power and the momentum would be in Dougal's hands, and for a majority of that second half it was, but Tikka persevering, able to find his goal finally.
Yeah, and he was not not very happy with the concession of that goal. He had 3 bites to try and stop it, and this one, as direct as you like. He actually manually controlled that run, so you have to give him credit for the positioning of Ronaldo there. And even up to this point, it's not in. And just before Van der Sar can claw it away, that's when it goes over the goal line. And I wonder if that was saved onto the post. It was saved onto the post. And yeah, well, Van der Sar's streak also coming to an end over here. And let's see what Mumbai City FC or indeed Odisha FC. This was well worked. I think overcommitted on defense over there, and keeper basically with no chance. I think you're better off in that situation with just letting the keeper do his thing with the AI, because sometimes miraculously the keeper does make the save if the shot is not hit well enough or whatever reason.
Yeah.
And it could have been 4 over here if not for Cafu just blocking it with his backside. Didn't know much about it, and there you go. Absolutely dead level in terms of expected goals, because I don't think anyone expected that header from Ronaldo to come out of nowhere. 2.4, 2.4, very, very even contest, you have to say, by the end of it. And really nothing much to choose. You did see over there Mumbai City FC, you can see that he was trying to win that ball at every possible opportunity. Didn't always succeed. Odisha a bit more conservative and a higher tackle percentage, you have to say. And I mean, really, are you telling me there was only one save over there? Oh, as we get to look at all the players, come on. The secret stuff, secret footage you were getting to see, but unfortunately
moment of secret sauce.
Yeah, and as we have the Mumbai City boys on screen, let's get to know a little bit more about them. And they have been speaking to us off stream, off air, and we'll find out what they have had to say.
Hi guys, my name is Karman. I'm 18 and I'm from Delhi, and I'm representing Mumbai City FC.
Hey guys, this is Ashwin from Chennai. I'm 24 and I represent Mumbai City FC. So when I qualified, I was so happy and proud to represent Mumbai City FC in this tournament. So when I saw what are the format and other things was, it's a league format and it's a 4-month-long league which is going to take place.
Same thing happened with me as Ashwin. A friend of mine from Pune called me saying that it is your tournament, showcase all your skills. It's a great stage to show everything you have. Now I'm here for 4 months and I'm here to win or learn, not to lose.
In the first week of eISL, we just played one game and we lost it. It was a shaky start for us, but everything is a learning curve. We are learning from our mistakes. It's a 4-month-long tournament, and I'm sure we'll learn from it, and we are going to rock the stage.
In FIFA, everyone is used to play 1v1, but I'm used to play 2v2 too because of my cousins and friends. And Ashwin, my teammate, is also used to play 2v2, and I have a lot of confidence, Ashwin, that we're going to link up really good in the co-op and destroy all the teams that comes in ahead of us.
In the first week of eISL, in our individual performances, there was nothing special. But the most relieving part which came for us was a co-op game. So if you see the highlights also, the second goal which we scored was like so good. We gelled up so nicely, and I never knew that Karman was so good, and we had like a chemistry that's actually going on during the game also. So I'm very much looking forward to it, and I'm sure we'll have a great tournament.
Out of 11 teams, Chennai FC is the favourites to win the league. But me and my partner will try to whitewash every opponent and try to win the league for Mumbai City FC.
We all know that Chennai FC are the favourites to win the tournament. I would consider ourselves to be the dark horses of the tournament because I consider ourselves to be a surprise package and would upset any team on a given day. I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me throughout this journey, and for you, the fans, you guys make it special. We are sure we'll make you proud. Amchi Mumbai, Amchi City.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's game 3 of this exciting matchup between Mumbai City FC and Odisha FC. Of course, game 1 won by Shubham. A smile on his face, not so much for Dougal, who unfortunately after a very close game did experience loss at the hands of Tika. So going into game 3, Azim, once again, I mean, I feel like this is becoming a bit of a script, me saying this, but once again, everything on the line.
Yeah, and obviously the momentum with Mumbai City FC, they've done well in their last co-op game as well. And of course, Odisha couldn't make co-op happen when it actually mattered in their last game. I believe it was Who are they up against? Was it FC
Northeast
Bengaluru
United?
FC?
Oh,
Bengaluru
yes.
FC, yeah. And Bengaluru FC, those boys were in phenomenal form in co-op. They were having fun with it by the end of it yesterday. And well, I don't think we'll see that level of domination from Mumbai City FC, but hopefully for Odisha, a closer game. Maybe they can try to snatch victory, and at bare minimum they'll be hoping to get a draw out of this. Mumbai City, on the other hand, will want that win.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, coming into co-op, a lot of things change, especially for Odisha, because if we are assuming that Shubham is likely to play much more of that instinctive direct style, I'm curious to see if Dugal is able to keep up, because what we saw from Dugal was much more of a slower style. And hold on, immediately maybe that substitution in that right back to compensate for the header, Carlos Alberto playing over Cafu. Like, what do you think? Is
could
that...
be. I mean, oh, hang on, they've got in straight away.
Oh.
He's taken the shot and it's almost curled
Wow.
into the back post. Well, talk about instinctive there. Just taking that shot, nothing to lose. If it flies in, you're a hero, and almost did over there.
Yeah, just immediately we can see that it's likely is going to be Shubham leading the charge as we expect. But yeah, as I was saying, like, for the Mumbai City FC boys, not only is it their individual styles that will mesh together very well here, but they have a history of being able to execute certain game plans on
there
top
you
and
go.
now doing exactly
There
that.
you go. That's
Wow.
brilliantly worked. I think we don't have the player cams on yet, so I can't predict and take a guess as to who that was. But yeah, that's a very, very well worked goal. Just firing it in and there in that one-on-one defending. Just not able to make the right decision on defense there for Odisha FC. And yeah, fairly straightforward. Eusebio into the top corner and a very, very early goal. And yet again, Odisha having struggled to take this to a final game, now faced with having to come back to a very, very early goal.
Yeah, just very well done by Mumbai once again. They see that turn, just beautiful, and takes the shot immediately. It makes me feel like what we usually see is Ashwin with the playmaking and Tikka with the finishing, and I'm assuming it's that there once again. But I did take the liberty of looking up some stats, and Carlos Alberto is only 4 centimeters taller than Cafu. So suddenly
Well,
I'm
maybe
not so
4
sure.
centimeters could have made all the difference over there.
True.
Just putting him off a little bit. And we do have the player cams on now finally, so would have loved to see the reaction after that. And of course, the little turn that you saw up there was in fact what is in football known as the Cruyff turn, just turning on a dime, using the sort of side of the foot to turn with it. But hang on, another little turn, and it's put wide. It's put wide, and that was such a huge opportunity, you have to say, for Odisha FC. Quite similar to the last game which we saw, or actually one of the two games, where again a very good early chance not taken, and of course for Shubham it worked out well, but for Dugal not so much.
Yeah, and it looks like a sucker punch might be on the way from Mumbai City FC, looking to put the nail in the coffin and get it 2-0 right after that close miss chance. But of course, they're gonna not push the envelope unless they really need to, and they don't. But once again, looking for that driven pass into the box to find a turn, and it does seem like a bit of a pattern for us with Mumbai City co-op games. They usually have a game plan for that first half.
Yeah, and you can see now Odisha FC getting a little bit wise to that, immediately sort of double teaming the player that ball is fired into. And on attack, I mean, they were able to chop through that defense pretty easily for that first goal. Is that just a lapse, or is it a mark of things to come? For the moment, it looks like Mumbai City FC are going on the counter attack. He does have the choice of Mbappe or Eusebio in the box. It does look like he might go for Eusebio, and it's a goal, and that's a brilliant counter attack. They worked that perfectly. And merciless here from Mumbai City FC. Merciless City FC. That's right. As Eusebio goes and celebrates his second, one with the left foot, one with the right foot. Doesn't seem to matter which foot it is, but it's flying into the corners for him. Into the bottom corner. Van der Sar's luck seems to have run out.
I mean, it was bound to happen, right? But We need a header from Eusebio now to seal the perfect hat trick, and we'll see if he's able to get it through. But again, that cutback, I have to give props. I assume that was Ashwin on the byline, where he is able to. We talked about how important it is to find different variations of the cutback, switching the foot in the last moment to find a pass to the center of the box where Tikka is ready. Of course, a ton of communication we've seen from the Mumbai City FC boys, and it paying off hugely from them, because now the pressure is piling on Odisha FC. Once again, a scenario where they started the match off on a good note, but they might not end it.
Wait, hang on. They do have the opportunity here. Will we hear a good cutback from them? No. Well marshaled. It is a corner. We've seen them work the corners well, but need to make sure you don't give the ball away. Immediately, you see over there using Ronaldo 9 to block off that the angle for the cross. And maybe they'll try a different one this time. It is in. It's Gullit over there with the header and saved. Headed it straight at Van der Sar and the header again. And I'm sure Odisha FC will be feeling a little hard done over here, saying, come on, we had a clear header with Gullit so much closer to the goal, and that's been saved. But we've had to pay this Ronaldo tax by having just such a low percentage header flying into the net of both posts. So obviously a feeling of slight injustice for Odisha FC, but got to keep working at it. For them, at least the good news is that they have enough time to do something about this 2-goal lead, because you just get one back before half time or even early into the second half, and suddenly it's a different game entirely. Now using Pele, take the shot, he does, and it's saved by Van der Sar again. That XG point going up higher and higher. Now again, will they go for that same cross? This time changing the angle with Pele, putting the ball in, and Van der Sar is there. It's a bit of a foul on the keeper as well. Van der Sar suddenly finding his form for Mumbai City FC. Although you have to say, in both games, Van der Sar has only favoured one team.
Yeah.
The other team not so much. And now with Mbappe, will it be another cutback as he runs down the line using the short fake, stopping, moving it around. Now with Ronaldo, now with Eusebio trying to waltz his way through, but this time Odisha FC learning their lesson, fired into Ronaldo, manages to keep it, almost. If he had just managed to play that through ball, he was like completely clean through on goal there with I believe it was Eusebio. And now with Pele taking their time, I think they need to take the sting out of the game a little, but no mood for that. Van der Sar comes to collect.
I have to say, like, these driven passes from basically the center of the midfield almost all the way into the starting of the box, it's so scary for me, because whenever I try them, it always gets intercepted.
Oh, that's a great ball. If he can get that first touch right, he has to go for the chip here. He does go for the chip, and it is in. It is in. There you go. And Shubham, of course, we've seen him do that same chip yesterday as well, and I believe it went off the crossbar.
Yeah.
But now Odisha FC suddenly, hang on, right back in it. It's just one goal. They have been growing in confidence, and yeah, that's a great finish over there. He knew that like the keeper had committed. He knew a regular shot would just not work over there, and the perfect chip, the perfect amount of power on that. That's a great goal, and great time to score that goal as well. I mean, they would love to score a second before half time, but going into halftime, just one goal down is not the worst situation in the world.
Absolutely, and it gives you a ton of confidence and brings back some momentum on your side to try and discuss what tactical changes you might need to push it all the way to the distance and get it even, and maybe even get that winning goal. Right now, Mumbai, they're going to look to stabilize a little bit. Of course, halftime here, only 30 seconds left on that stoppage time. So this last attack likely not going to happen. But hold on, cheaply given away to Mumbai. A chance to counter. Ronaldo
blow the
setting
whistle,
up.
ref. Blow the whistle. Don't make them pay for it. They might make them pay over here. And we do know Mumbai City FC. Oh no! Surely not. Saved by Van der Sar. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Oh. Mumbai City FC have had a lot of stoppage time given to them, not through any fault of their own, but it's just because they find themselves in those situations, and that could have been disastrous for Odisha, but still in the game.
The funny thing is, I believe just earlier today we were making the joke at a similar point at halftime where it was 45+1, that if it was Mumbai City FC, we'd probably see it going to +3 or +4, and it's exactly that. It goes to +3 or +4. Every single time, these players keeping us on the edge of our seats while they sit on the edge of theirs. But yeah, 2-1 so far, Mumbai City FC. Of course, they'll be a little disappointed they gave that goal away, but still in control with the lead. And given their co-op success, I think what they'll be looking to do is just try and frustrate Odisha a little bit, force them into a pressure playstyle that they don't necessarily like.
Yeah, and for Odisha also, they will be ruining that very, very early miss, like with, I think it was Ronaldo 9 clean through on goal and just shot completely wide, got the shot completely wrong over there. And now coming forward with Zidane, Gullit intercepts, a little back heel from Marquinhos, and you can see not much in terms of attacking threat left up top. They are committing a lot of bodies on defense. Now he's got, I think Cruyff, is that Cruyff on? Yeah, it does look like, no, it's Lothar Matthäus, my apologies. And Mbappe now to Ronaldo, now to Pele, gets the turn, now pass it, yes, and look for the return. Nope, that return was just not on. I think the pass needed to go to Ronaldo a little earlier than it actually did. And Mumbai City now well defended. Will they win the throw? Yes, they do.
Yeah, now once again, Mumbai City just trying to reset the pace of the game a little bit, make sure the tempo is not overly chaotic and overly end-to-end, because that will not favor them, especially since it will stab both of their staminas. But slow build-up has worked for them brilliantly so far, and now Ronaldo on the edge of the box, but just a minute of not even a minute, a millisecond of hesitation, and Odisha makes them pay.
Yeah, and for Odisha now, it's just about finding that one opening, because I mean, after what they've been through in this game, I think they would take a draw. And they've been put in that situation before as well. So for the moment, you see that the great through ball and the lovely chip. I think he knew at some level that he had just overshot that first touch.
Yeah.
And doing that little calma. There you go.
Yeah. He's like, we got this. Don't you worry. Just focus. And that's what has really made this an exciting affair in the eISL. You can see the cheeky smiles on the Mumbai City FC boys' face too. They certainly have something planned, and perhaps an indication of that. We see R7 coming on for Mbappe and a lot more crosses, baby.
Yeah. And at this point, I mean, if I was them, I would just throw on, like, just anybody with height to defend on that right flank. Will he keep this in? I mean, in terms of right backs, obviously you're not going to get very high skill or high dribbling right backs in the game. There are players you can get in, like for instance Ashraf Hakimi, if you have the one to watch card, who gives you obviously incredible plays, quite similar to Theo Hernandez in that sense. Not the most not the highest physicality and defense ratings, but gives you a little bit of height to contest those kind of crosses immediately, not wasting any time putting that cross in. And we have seen Mumbai City FC as well profit from that. I believe the last time it was Ronaldo 7 who made the cross, and it was headed in at the far post by I think Mbappe. So lots of permutations and combinations of what can happen over here. But Odisha FC first priority is get the ball off Mumbai City FC. Those skills well anticipated over there. That's a very, very important bit of defending. And now he has Ronaldo 9 available. He's got Mbappe, or he can go down the line. Which one will he choose? It's up to what? He chooses neither. Oh my goodness! I think he just sort of froze over there. He's like, what do I do? Okay, I'll just run into the keeper. And I mean, it would have been hilarious if he had tried to move the keeper to the far post to cover the shot, and he just ran straight into the goal. But thankfully, we didn't get to see that blooper. And the shot opens up, and it's saved by Van der Sar for once. So Van der Sar coming to Odisha FC's rescue.
Boy, oh boy, it's becoming quite frantic here in this match.
Hang on,
once
he's
again,
looking for Ronaldo again. And well defended, all bodies back defending for Odisha FC over there. Not a single player left up top. I mean, and when you're chasing the game like this, probably worth gambling. Well defended there again. That is such a difficult position to defend one-on-one against Ronaldo 9. But did it exceptionally well. And now it is... So about 20 in-game minutes left. A little overhit that does well to keep it in, but unfortunately the first touch too heavy. And it does look like Odisha FC are queuing a change. Can they keep the ball in the meantime? Yes, they can. Cafu plays it back, and it's going going to be interesting right now because obviously at any given moment, Duggal is going to be trying to offload that ball and give it to Shubham, who's obviously the more confident player at the moment. However, we did see a very good through ball played by Duggal to find Shubham for the goal. So obviously the ability is there, maybe just the confidence not quite at the moment. And again, given away one back, and unfortunately the deflection falls the way of Mumbai City FC. And now Eusebio running down the wings, doesn't have a Ronaldo to cross to. Oh, well, he does have one Ronaldo to cross to, but not the one that he wants in that position. And now coming forward, it is. I do think they've paused that game to sort of make a tactical change and get more bodies in attack. And I think Mumbai City FC will be doing everything possible to make sure they don't get the opportunity to make whatever changes they want.
Yeah.
And well done over there using Pele. And he's got it in there. Is that a penalty? No, it's not. Oh, just did not get that shot away. I think probably chose the wrong option with the pass, as the Mumbai City FC will get possession, but Odisha, I think now thinking about what they can do in attack tactically. Very, very well defended over here for the first time with Marquinhos, and we saw that again as well. I'm sure we'll get to see that replay.
Oh, that.
I think just went too late with the pass over there. I think, not quite sure who was in possession of the ball. This one probably wanted to pass the ball to Vieira over there and not to Ronaldo. And there's a little bit of laughing, smiling happening going on. Maybe Ashwin making some outlandish suggestions to Tikka over there. Yeah, there you can see he's talking about it. Like, let me just cross the ball in. That's what I want to do. And for Odisha now, 10 minutes of play left in game. You know they're going to be on all-out attack, and obviously that's going to leave a lot of spaces in behind their defense. But I mean, when you're in this situation, what else can you do? It's Messi on for Mbappe. And nothing major changed so maybe they're trying to go for shots, and again you can see the defensive line is very high. You're going to see Ronaldo with the cross, and in anticipation bringing Van der Sar out to try and block that. So clearly something that they've noticed. And it's Ginola over there. He has the shot available with both feet for Ginola. That's a lovely Marseille. Can he get that cutback right? Wastes too much time. It is the corner. Still in possession for them. And now maybe a substitution for Mumbai City FC. And you just wonder that maybe if he had Mbappe in there instead of Ginola, could that have been a different story?
Yeah, because they've definitely gone for this win with the changes. Like Carlos Alberto coming off for Ginola, perhaps them moving to a 3-back formation it becomes very scary if Mumbai City notice that, especially since they want to play for those crosses. So when you play that 3-back, the wings, the flanks more and more exposed. We'll have to see if this is like is going to work out one way or another. It's either going to get that crucial goal that Odisha need, or it's going to put the nail in their coffin.
Ronaldo 9 off.
Coming off. For Cruyff?
Cruyff.
It's cross. Ronaldo in the box, it cross. The right Ronaldo.
Okay. Do they have a good set piece routine available? We see Van der Sar. I would just take a go for goal if the keeper's that far out. And you do see Cruyff, he puts the cross in. Well, just not enough elevation for Ronaldo to attack it properly over there, but still have the ball. Got to play this right if they want to get that draw. It is the last play of the game, more or less, and just a foot away from Ronaldo 9. They're going to waste all the time they possibly can over here. And I think this game is done. I mean, there you go. Unfortunate there for Odisha FC. They really, they tried to throw everything they could at Mumbai City FC. Unfortunately, another close game that just does not go their way. But for Mumbai City FC, the streak continues, and Tikka ends up with 6 goals for the day, getting both the goals for Mumbai City FC. So obviously Ashwin taking on the role of the playmaker and allowing the instinctive finishing of Tikka to do the rest.
Yeah, very well done, and I think this one will definitely hurt Odisha FC a little more than the Bengaluru loss, because this one was close all the way through. At least in the Bengaluru loss, Sagnik just blew them out of the water in the individual game and then carried the momentum. This time, Duggal almost getting the draw in his individual game, and then almost them finding the goal to try and salvage a draw in the co-op, but almost was all it was, and unfortunately almost does not get you points.
Yeah, Odisha FC in the first few games, I think they've been almost FC for most of their games so far. And came very close. This one, I think that miss will really hurt, because that should have been in the corner, and Shubham will know that. And so many opportunities. I would love to see again the XG for this. I'm quite sure that it would have been very close. This one worked out well. The simple cutback. Shubham was just like, how did they get that one through? Whenever I tried, there's 3 defenders in the way, and sometimes it's just about that right timing.
Absolutely right timing, and of course communication playing a huge part. But yeah, Odisha will look back at this highlights reel and be like, how did that not go in? How did that not go in? How did that not go in? And at every single moment you can see at some point maybe turning into disbelief, but I will give them props for not giving up, and I will also have to give props for this goal. Just absolutely exquisite from Shubham. We wanted a chip goal, we got it, so I will thank him for that at least.
Yeah. And definitely a very clear leader in the group over there, Shubham. Yeah. And you can see Dugal taking his instructions. They were very good with their 1v1 defending. This one over here, I think, again, they'll look back at this one as a key moment. Could have passed much earlier. This one as well, sort of went. You could see the red marker, I think Shubham was waiting for the pass to come to him slightly further back. And unfortunately not enough power. This again coming so close, just not able to find that opening. And from the corner as well, coming reasonably close. This was of course pretty much the final play. This one just there, I think maybe a foot closer, and that flies into the back of the net, but not to be today for Odisha FC.
Yeah, unfortunately just not able to find it, push it across the finish line. But you can see once again, EXG wise, they are the winners. Well, barely though, and that reflects the entirety of the game. But a lot more urgency with respect to trying to get the ball. You can see with respect to the tackles and the tackles won, but really the clinical nature of Tika helping Mumbai City push it over the finish line.
Yeah, very evenly matched game, and again, I think 2-2 would have been a very fair result for this game. And I think if that initial chance right at the start had been put away, that's the scoreline we would have seen at the end. But hard luck for Odisha. They've been pushing. They've pushed their opponents generally all the way to the limit. They managed to get the draw the first time, got blown away by Bengaluru, and very close between them and Mumbai City FC. But they can keep their heads held high. They're getting better with every passing game, and I'm sure that first elusive win is not far away.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as you mentioned, right, they're making progress through every single match they've played, and I think that's key because, as we might remember, we've got several months of action for this very reason, so that players can find their groove, find their mojo, and I'm sure Odisha FC, they can see the horizon in their eyesight, just not able to get it all the way through. But let's take a look at the hero of the match and see which player was able to shine above the rest. I think, yeah, as expected.
Yeah. Tikka, there you go. I think, yeah, 2 goals in the last game, and of course scored 3 against Dugal. So a very powerful performance from him. Very instinctive, great goal scored. I loved the first one that he scored in his individual game, and of course then as more and more caps started to appear for Odisha FC, this one was absolutely gorgeous. Brilliant work, just twisting, turning, finding that shot into the corner. Pure instinct over there. The header. Well, this one, what do you say about it? But you have to credit him because he was in control of Ronaldo, so he made sure that he was in the right position. And this one, of course, when Dugal went chasing the ball, you knew that if he didn't get it, he was going to be hopelessly exposed. And over here, I think Ashwin sort of being the playmaker for Mumbai City FC, finding that ball in, lovely turn over there. Again, just relying on the instincts of Tikka to get the job done, and Ashwin doing the heavy lifting in terms of playmaking. Again, you can see over there, get him the ball, get him in a shooting position, and he will put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, and that's why this team looks so deadly in that co-op game. They seem to cover each other's weaknesses and help each other's strengths. So let's take a look at where this victory for Mumbai City FC has got them on the leaderboard. It's a fight for that top 4, and they're able to edge their way in. Mumbai City FC now on a win streak, getting in to that top 4 mark, challenging Chennai and Goa perhaps.
Yeah, and of course a game in hand over Bengaluru, so potentially could be 3 points ahead of them. Jamshedpur and Northeast United, of course, are going to have something to say about that. And then we're starting now to see a little bit of with the notable exception of SC East Bengal, who I'm sure are going to have a blitz of games coming up very soon. We're sort of starting to see that there's a 6-way battle for the top, probably 7-way, if SC East Bengal get things going. And then it's that midfield scrap that's happening between Kerala Blasters and, of course, Hyderabad FC, who sort of are sort of that best of the rest position right now, but it's so close that we have 7 of them. And yeah, we have Ashwin again back in to chat with us. So Ashwin, how's it going? Unfortunately, your individual game didn't quite work out for you. We saw those crazy XG stats in your favor, and but unfortunately not your day, but a good victory nonetheless.
Yeah, it's been an habit. Like I win, then we clutch the co-op, or Tika wins, and then we clutch the co-op. So it's not about the individual game. It's about how a team plays. It's basically a team effort. So we win or lose, it depends on the team. So I'm very happy. And 3 wins, hat-trick of wins, and we have a few days break. So this is a perfect start for us to the tournament. The first set of 5 games.
I want to know, after what Edwin van der Sar did to you in your individual game, are you ever going to use Peter Schmeichel again, or is it just going to be van der Sar for you too?
Well, I have to think about it. I'm planning to switch to Van der Sar right after I go back. And if I want to, remove one card from the game, it's going to be Van der Sar 89 rated card. He's been a torture to me.
Brilliant. But again, you guys on the co-op showing that very good. Is it a clear plan for you all that you're going to be the playmaker and allow Tikka to be that finisher? Because you just give him a chance in the box and he takes it.
Well, not really, but I give him freedom inside the box because I think you would have seen Tikka's solo goal against Dugal, the first goal. Because he has a lot of composure, he does various skills, he knows how to beat the last man. So I just play that pass, I just instruct him to stay in the correct position, he moves the player. Again, it's communication, nothing else. And again, he took a touch with Eusebio and boom, 2 goals.
Yeah, and of course, CR7 has been quite profitable for you all off the bench. I think once setting up the goal and this incredible header hitting both posts and going in. So, did you think when it hit the post the first time it was about to roll in? What were you thinking at that time?
I thought again. See, it's not actually it directly hit the post. It was Van der Sar's save again. Yeah. So I thought, oh my God, Van der Sar has saved it again. So I thought it was a save. It hit the first post. It came in. It went in, and Van der Sar tried to save it again. If you see the replay, after it went in, he's again trying to save it. So that's a torturous card.
But anyway, a lot of high blood pressure for you today. So enjoy a few days off and good run of form that sees you all move into the top 4, and hopefully you all can stay there for the rest of the tournament.
Sure. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Cheers.
See you.
Boy, oh boy, I think Van der Sar is going to hear a few choice words in Ashwin's mind certainly today. But
He's writing letters to Ajax immediately as we speak. Sir, please change your foot card. What is this?
Oh boy. But yeah, after a very entertaining and very close matchup between Mumbai City and Odisha, this is the end of this match. Of course, a big thank you to eISL, powered by Coca-Cola, with Hero as our associate sponsor, Nodwin Gaming as our esports partner, and PlayStation as our platform partner, for of course letting us witness the ridiculous nature with which Van der Sar is able to ruin certain people's 15 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, and yeah, I think this is pretty much it from the eISL for this week. We should be back with you all next week with, well, you know, the kind of action and excitement that comes with it. So stay tuned, and we will see you soon.